Arg! Did you ever have one of those days? I'm having one of those days. I'm trying to, hold on. Okay. Share now, public. Okay. This has been shared to your timeline. All right. Hi there. How are you? I'm Taylor Morgan. And welcome to Tayste Local. This is a show that was born out of a really crappy thing going on, as we all know. We've all been through it. We're all going through the same thing. And it kind of looks like we're turning a corner in some way, shape, or form. My passion has always been restaurants and chefs and restaurant owners, because I was in the restaurant industry for a short time, and I know the pain. And so I just wanted to do something nice to help out restaurant owners and chefs during their time of need while we were going through coronavirus. And I say were, and I don't even mean were, we still are. As I said last week, if you've been watching, just because restaurants are open right now doesn't mean they're out of the woods at all. No, this is the time, if you feel comfortable, to really step up your game and, go and support these local restaurant owners, because I said it before and I'm going to say it again, and you know exactly what I'm going to say. What would the world look like if there were only big box stores and chain restaurants? And that's why we have to support our local restaurants, and that's why we're here. And today I've got a great show. I can't find my glasses. I'm having a bad hair day. Probably my phone's going to go off in a minute. Somebody will knock at the door. The sprinklers will, it's been one of those days. But we do have, and I'm sweating on top of it all. But I have this. This is my this is my little fan that I got during one of the hurricanes. Okay. Enough of that nonsense. But this is really cool. Walgreens, $1 during hurricane time. I want to say thank you before I let you know who's coming on the broadcast today. We have an amazing lineup. But I really want to say thank you. Last weekend was my birthday, and my wonderful friends over at Pelican Cafe, Mark Frangione and Karen Howe, they invited me for dinner, and Rob Russell was singing, and it's the first time I've been to a restaurant since, the beginning of March. And, sitting with friends and all of the servers and hostesses, everybody had masks on. All of the outdoor tables on the patio were very far spaced apart. There was a lot of dining inside, but again, everything was spaced far apart. And it just felt so good to feel normal again. And the food, of course, was marvelous, and the entertainment was marvelous. And I just want to publicly say thank you so much for making my birthday really extra special and making it feel like normalcy. So have you gone out to restaurants? Okay, Palm Beach has been open for a week and 2 days now. The Treasure Coast has been open for 2 weeks and 2 days. And have you gone out? This show is for you guys. If you're watching, I'm happy to see you. And hi, Laura. Looking forward to seeing Lisa again. Oh, Lisa's one of my guests. Going to tell you in a second. Hi, Cassandra. How are you? Well, people are getting on board. Let me tell you who we have on as guests. Can't find my glasses, so I have to use this. Remember Romper Room? I see Alex and Tommy and Lisa and Erik, and we're going to have a fabulous show. I can't find my glasses. Alex Awad from Leila will be on the show today. Chef Thomas Nevill, who's the chef and general manager at Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens. He'll be along. Lisa Mercado of Ravish, formerly of the living room in Boynton Beach. I don't even have any notes today. Will be on the show. And Erik of YoYo Asian Street Food in Port St. Lucie will be on the show. And before we start, yesterday, for the first time in 58 days, I was able to stop holding my breath. On March 21st, we took all of the restaurant gift certificates, all of the inventory that we sell on Local Dines off our site. We stopped selling certificates. We knew that it wasn't the right thing to do for our restaurant owners. We didn't know who was going to make it out on the other side. And so we have been down. We were down for 58 days. And my gal Judy, back at the ranch, she just got on the phones. She got on email. She banged it out. And by 9 o'clock, we had 3 restaurants back on Local Dines saying, please put us back up, which means there are certificates now that you can purchase. And then by the end of the day, there were 16 restaurants back online. And now there are over 20. And I want to say thank you so much to all my restaurant clients on Local Dines. And for the customers, what we have been doing for 18 years is giving you a little incentive to go try something new. And let me go over oh my God, there's 27 restaurants up now. Woohoo! Hopefully it'll be 100 soon. There's more coming, and more are answering our call and saying, yes, please put us back up. We love, seeing your customers. And so it's really cool. If you go to localdines.com, look, Local Dines is back, kind of, sort of. If you go to localdines.com and just click on new editions, you'll see that City Pizza is back for dine-in or takeout. You can purchase gift certificates at a discount. Go tip well, go spend well. You're getting a great deal. And like I said, I realize that some people aren't comfortable dining in yet. Most of these places have outdoor dining, and most of them will honor it for takeout. And all you have to do when you go to localdines.com is you click on Buy Now, and a pop-up will show up, and it'll show the restrictions before you commit, and it'll tell you if it's dine-in or takeout. All of the CR Chicks, 7 locations, CR Chicks, are back for dine-in or takeout. Tom Sawyer Country Restaurant in West Palm Beach is back. Scorpios 2 in Lake Worth, back. Pelican Cafe in Lake Park is back. Short Stacks in Wellington is back. D'Angelo's in Palm Beach Gardens is back. Firefin Grill on PGA is back. Taikyo Asian Cuisine in Manalapan is back. Kirby's Sports Grill is back. The Juno Beach Cafe is back. The Juno Beach Fish House is back. Hurricane Cafe is back. The Irishman in Boca is back. Nostalgia Greek and Italian Cuisina, great restaurant up in Stewart, is back. YoYo Asian Street Food is back. Sauter's Landing is back. They are in Jensen Beach. Wings and More in Fort Lauderdale. Moonswiners in Fort Pierce, and the Cake Lady in Fort Pierce. And we're just getting started. So again, thank you so much to all of our Local Dines clients, and thank you to our Local Dines customers. And hopefully we'll have more who have not even discovered us yet. It's localdines.com. And we've been helping local restaurants get the word out for 18 years. There we go. Thank you, Ruby. And we're not quitting yet. No coronavirus is going to take us down, but we need your help. So by purchasing gift certificates at a great price, and you'll be supporting local restaurants, you'll be saving money, you'll be helping my business, and all is right with the world. All right, let's get started. Okay, like I said, great lineup. And my first guest, well, I've known this gentleman, boy, it's got to be 17 years now. I remember back in 2002 when my friend Roy Assad took me out to breakfast at Tayste's on the island. He said, Taylor, I've got a surprise I got to tell you about. And will you come out to breakfast with me? When Roy Assad says, come out to breakfast, I come running, especially when it was at Tayste's, God rest its soul. And he told me he was in insurance at the time. And he said, I'm going to open a restaurant. And I'm like, are you kidding? And he's like, I'm doing it. He took me later on that day to his soon-to-be restaurant at the corner of Dixie and Datura. And it had red painted walls. And he was going to turn it into a Mediterranean restaurant. He did. And you know the restaurant as Leila. Leila's now been there, I believe it's 17 years. And the chef, Alex Awad, he was there since day one. Now, Roy wanted to get out of the business. Alex took over since then, and he's been doing amazing things ever since. And Chef Alex, my great pleasure to have you on Tayste Local today. How are you, Plate Dad?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Congratulations on the local dine. Welcome back.
I can breathe again. It's like you guys, you know, when you had to be closed for a while and then you're like, you have to figure out what to do.
I agree.
Oh, man. But have you been open this whole time, Alex, over at Leila?
Yeah, we didn't close any day. We opened for takeout and curbside. And last week we opened for dine-in, the 25%.
Yeah.
Last Monday we opened for 50% indoor. And we have our patio. It's actually really helping us because those days people, they love to be outdoor for some reason. And even if it's hot, but everybody know why. So we make them happy.
Yeah, they feel much more comfortable outside. That's what I'm getting from everybody.
Absolutely.
I don't have my glasses, so I have my sunglass readers. So this is what I have to do to be able to to be able to read. Back to the site I go, Jan. Okay, just happy, Alex, happy birthday to your beautiful wife. Is it Mirelle's birthday?
Thank you. That's Mireille. Yeah, Mireille. She's her birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday! And that was from Judy.
The joke perfect with her birthday. Yes, actually, she's the one. She's the one doing all the cooking, and she's the chef. To be honest with you, after I move up to the front, she's been running the kitchen, but she's too shy to be on the camera. And I'm trying to change her for 5 years now, and I don't have a chance. So if anybody have a formula, let me know.
Oh, it's all about family at Leila. I mean, you have been there since day one, and
that's correct.
And your son works with you as well. Is he still working with you?
Yeah, Constantine and Christine, they're working with me, and I have Mireille. So we're 100% family, but we have 4, 6, 8 people working with us. We treat them like the family because the oldest one, he's been working with me for 13 years, and the newest one is 2 years now.
Yeah.
So they're family.
And Leila on the corner of Datura and Dixie in West Palm Beach has been open. Has it been 17 years now?
Yes, we signed the lease in 2003. We opened in 2004, and since that day we closed for the hurricane and the major holiday.
And not even for this. I mean, was there any time in your mind when you just thought, you know, I don't even know if I can do this, or did you just say hashtag too small to fail?
No, actually, I said hashtag too small to fail. I want to try my best to keep it on and going. And even I have to do delivery by myself to let the customer be happy. So I let my Mireille on the floor on the kitchen taking the calls, and I went delivery to Wellington just to collect some payroll to pay the staff to keep the doors open.
I understand you had some very generous people at one time as well. That when you didn't think you were going to be able to make the rent, something amazing happened.
We have one of my regular customer. He stopped by. He said, "I need Monday, Wednesday, Friday lunch for 10 people," and he write the check for me for the whole month. And that he keep me going for the month of April. Actually, he keep me going. And we have a lot of, I mean, I can't count it, but we have a lot of the customer with their generous tip for my staff. They were so helpful, and I really appreciate their support.
Yeah, I could see it in your face, Alex. I could see the appreciation and the relief that, you know, it's, oh, don't cry.
I'm not.
I might. I mean, I have such passion for my restaurant friends, and I know what you guys went through, and now it's time for the community, to get a little bit more comfortable. You're up to 50% dining. Are your diners, are your guests feeling comfortable with that?
No,
Inside?
not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. I don't want to lie to you. It's been now we are at the 25%. Put it that
Okay,
way.
you went back to 25.
They push out to the 50%, but
Yeah.
we are at the 25 now as
Okay.
a dine-in. But takeout didn't stop. Thanks God. I mean, takeout is going.
Yeah.
The takeout and curbside is going.
Good. Good. And you have a beautiful patio outside. I'm not sure if I downloaded a picture of it, but Ruby, if I did, maybe we can throw that up there. And if not, you have such beautiful food, beautifully plated food. So let's talk about all the goodness that one can get when dining at Leila. Oh, hello, the meze tour. Tell me what's on this plate, on these plates.
You have falafel, you have the burak is the feta cheese, tabbouleh, hummus, muhammara is roasted red pepper, walnut, and pomegranate, and the fafa beans salad with garlic, lemon, olive oil, and tomato.
No, you could actually mix and match. You take the menu and you say, I want one of those, I want one of those. And you know what my favorite? You know what my favorite is?
The lamb shank, the lamb shank, because even you take the plate and you never bring it back.
Okay, gotta tell the story. I think it was like before Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it was before Thanksgiving, and I went in to talk to Leila to Alex about something else, and I'm like, okay, I'm starving, and so you said we have some beautiful lamb shanks, and so you, instead of putting a gorgeous, lamb shank in a to-go container, you gave me one of your plates. And I took it home and I had, oh my God, the meat was falling off the bone. It was so wonderful. You actually took me into the kitchen to watch Mireille, actually preparing it. It was great. I take the plate home and I proceed to never bring it back. So it was Christmas time and I feel so guilty that I haven't been over to bring the plate back. So I took a picture of the plate and I texted Alex and I said, "Dear Dad, it's Christmas. I miss you. just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. Taylor has kidnapped me."
That was good.
And then I moved and I kidnapped the plates then, and we had this whole conversation going back, and you said something about can't you run away? Can't you walk home to me? I think I brought your plate back in February at some point.
I'm just hoping we're gonna get those days back and we're gonna reopen 100%.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to it. To be honest with you, I mean that's our goal now, to make the people be comfortable coming out for dinner again.
Yes, and laughing and touching and hugging, and it seems weird, but someday it will happen again. Let's take a look at some more of your delicious food. I know we have a picture of that lamb shank there. That's one of my favorites right there. The chicken kebab is so ridiculously delicious. The seasonings that you guys put on the chicken is I cannot recreate it at home at all.
No, actually, everyone can do it, but you know what? Everyone have little touch.
It's so unbelievably delicious, that dish. Let's see if we can pull up the lamb shank. There we go. Tell me about this dish.
Yeah, the lamb shank actually cooked with Lebanese red wine over 6 hours in the oven. And as soon as we feel like the bone, the meat falling off the bone, we take it out and we let it cool down. And right now we're doing 3 to 4 a day, just that's it. So we cannot work more than that. And as soon as it's done, it's done. So there is not a lot quantity. because it takes time, and I don't want them to go bad because we don't know what we're gonna get for tonight. The
Right.
phone is not ringing for reservation, but people showing up like, which is we hope they do reservation because we have limited seating.
Right. And you don't know how much to order, right?
We don't know how much to. Yeah, I mean that'll be great. Just
Mhm.
I want to say with good news with you, we're working on online ordering,
Good.
and that we're gonna add it on our website. But we're doing Leila Express now, so it's gonna be a store online, and you can just put your order in, come pick it up for the rest of the week if you're not coming back downtown. So right now we feature that at Leila, which is we don't have it before.
That's a great idea. You have to automate. I mean, it really does help. And then, the money goes right in the bank. And didn't you tell me too that you were going to have a section in the restaurant, a new section where you're going to sell spices,
That's correct.
or when are you
That's
doing
correct.
that?
That is gonna be probably next couple of weeks. We're working on it, but it's gonna be on the front of the bar. It's gonna be a daily showcase and put Mireille delicious food in it and go from there. We see how it goes.
One of your most delicious spices, the last time I was in there, was the za'atar. And
Yep.
and you said you got to try that because you weren't doing that from the beginning. You just started that
We,
maybe, a little
we
while.
used we used to do the olive, the green olive, the Lebanese green olive with the pita bread.
Hmm.
And Mireille said, let's try the za'atar. It's like now very popular. So we make our mixer and the za'atar. It put it at the table with the bread. Also, that's really really popular right now. People
So
love it, and they
it's
start buying they start buying the za'atar from Leila.
that's what I was going to ask, because it's a combination of spices,
That's correct.
Mediterranean spices, and oh my, the flavor is just incredible. And I'm so happy that you're going to be selling that, because now maybe I can. Now I'll never cook. I'll just come and get your food.
It's easier for you to come and eat here.
It's much easier, except you're never going to get your plate back, so you better give me styrofoam.
That's what is going to happen next time. Trust me.
All right. What about belly dancing? Because that was always a thing at Leila. Is that going to start up
Yes.
again?
Now I'm sorry to say that, but right now we are holding the shows.
Yeah.
Just we don't want more sweat in the restaurant. We don't want more bleeding in the restaurant, and I don't want to see ballet dancer wearing a mask.
Oh my
So
God. I didn't even think of that. I
that's
didn't even think
so
of
right
that.
now we hold on the show for I don't know next couple months to see what's gonna happen, where we're gonna go, and how many people we're gonna get a night.
Hmm.
So that all depends on the demand for the ballet dancer,
Hmm.
and we've been asking our customer like, are you okay with no without the shows right now, or because most of the customer is your regular and they treat you like a family, so
Yes.
the conversation with them is very easy. So when we ask about no, we understand. Like we love to have the ballet dancer show, but we understand right now because we don't have visitor. So the ballet dancer show actually is not is they've seen it before. So but when they have visitor, let's go to Leila. They have the nice show. So that's why right now we next couple months we are holding the show.
And outside, are you still doing the hookah or no?
No, not now.
No.
The
Okay.
hookah
That's more
for us.
breathing. Yeah.
We don't want
Okay.
we don't want it to spread the virus. If somebody's sick and smoking the hookah,
Got it.
and we don't
Yep.
know he's sick, and he shared it, so that's a
Oh my
problem.
God. I didn't even think of that. You can't share it.
Yeah,
Yeah. But you know what? The food and the ambiance, and it's so beautiful outside. I don't know if we have a
thank
picture of the
you.
patio outside, but if we do, we could throw it up. Um, it your food and your ambiance speaks for itself, and the fact that you've been in town for 17 years speaks for itself. And I wish you many, many, many more years. And so, final words. If you want to say something to the public who's watching right now, what would it be?
Yeah, just I want to tell them Leila is open in open hands. We love to have you back, and our patio is ready to serve you. And we take it seriously on the gloves and the sanitize the place and the mask for my server and my kitchen stuff and the gloves. It's not a joke. We see people dying. We know people die. So it's not a joke. We want just make sure everybody's safe. So if there is no table available for you, don't get mad, please, because we want you to be safe.
I can't believe people would get mad. No, everybody needs to just calm down, and we'll all get through this. And I'm just so happy because when we spoke in early April, things were dire, and then not just you, everybody I was speaking through, nobody knew what was going to happen, but we're here and we're going to get through this.
Thanks God. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And good luck with the new reopening.
Thank you. You too.
Looking forward to see you at Leila.
Thank you. Yes, definitely. And Leila is located at the corner of Dixie and Datura. There's parking on the street. There's parking in the parking lot behind. There's open air dining in this beautiful undercover tent. It's always been there. 25% inside. And phone number, please.
561-659-7373.
Best Mediterranean food around. Period. Love you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Alex. Bye-bye. Take care. I've been going to Leila for a long time. I love Mediterranean food, and their hummus is just silken, and their pita bread, warm, beautiful. They take really, really good care of you. So go check it out. Okay, I am sweating to death. I don't think my AC is working. That's so much better. This has just been one of those days. You know, I can't find my glasses, so I have to wear my sunglass readers. Let's see if anybody. Hi, Constance. How are you? Leila was our first Tuesday with Taylor, says Laura. Yeah, we used to do these dinners where we would do all these people would come and they'd pay one price, and it was wine and food, and we'd sit at these big long tables. I want to bring them back again. Obviously, that's going to have to take a little while for that to happen. But Leila was one of our first restaurants that we did the dinners at, and that was a long time ago. All right. It is time for our next guest. Okay. So less than 6 months ago, my next guest was on stage collecting his award for Best Chef or winner of the Grand Chef Throwdown at the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival from Chef Robert Irvine. That was just less than 6 months ago. 3 months after that, he's trying to figure out how to make his fine dining steakhouse into a takeout joint. The world has gone mad. And let me introduce you to Chef and General Manager of Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens, Thomas Nevill. Welcome to the show. Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Doing great.
Your background looks absolutely stunning.
That's my wine cellar back there.
Oh, well, that's a really good place to be around now.
That it is.
So let's talk about what happened less than 6 months ago. You were actually, because of you were with Cool 105, Cool 105.5.
Yep.
Representing them at the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival?
Yeah, it was the Grand Chef Throwdown for the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival, downtown West Palm at the Convention Center. And there was a 30-minute timed secret ingredient, full kitchen to throw down. And there were 2 other chefs obviously involved, and the 3 of us had a big cookout, and I ended up winning $10,000 for a charity of our choice. And we donated to Loggerhead Marine Life Center up in Juneau.
That's amazing. I do know that we have a picture of that amazing moment. If Ruby would throw that up there, if she can find it. I know the pictures are so teeny, and then she has to go like this and find them all, and we will find it.
I'm popping in really fast. Hello, I'm the producer, Ruby. Taylor, can you give me a little bit more of a description? I want to make sure I pull up the right photo.
It's the one with a whole bunch of people on the stage. And a
I'm holding the
check. And a check. Even if it's the wrong photo, it's okay. Oh, I don't know if it's there.
I don't see one with a check, but I see one with a lot of people. So let's go through these.
Okay. Okay, no, that's not it. Okay, that's not it. Okay, this was part
That's
of
at
the
the
night.
event.
Now this is Mo Foster from Pool 105.5, who you were representing on that night. Okay, it's probably one of the next ones. No more.
I don't have any more with people. Oh my God, producer Ruby is like scrambling back here.
Okay, that's all right.
I'm looking at amazing food. I'm looking at key lime pie, but key lime pie doesn't look like a person. So.
I'm telling you, it's been one of those days. It's been one of those, not her fault. I probably forgot to throw it in there. Okay, so chef, so what was the ingredients, first of all, that you had to use?
So Creekstone Farms was one of the big sponsors. So they did ground New York strip, ground ribeye, and ground brisket. So we each got to pick one of those as our secret ingredient. And then we had kind of a full kitchen behind us, but limited ingredients. So if I was the one that went in and took the, potato roll, that was the only one that could get that. Or if I was the one that took the mushrooms, I would take those. So my recipes and kind of what I did was I got the New York strip as the ground beef and made my own coleslaw with a green onion peppercorn aioli. I made pickles in 30 minutes to put on the burger as well.
Wow.
I did a shredded manchego cheese to melt over the top of the burger.
Oh.
And then I made a warm roasted potato salad with a red pepper vinaigrette.
You gave me so hungry. Oh, God. And who are you pitted against?
I can't think of both the chefs right now.
Oh, jeez. I wasn't
both
there.
local guys, great guys.
Yeah.
One of them went to the Culinary Institute of America back in the Bobby Flay days.
Yeah.
He's got a great restaurant here. Both guys were great competitors, and it was just a really fun event.
And we'll show the Bobby Flay picture again in a minute. So Chef Robert Irvine and I said Adam Zimmern, was he one of the judges?
No, Adam Shipman from Man vs. Food.
Yeah. Was he one of the judges?
He was.
Yeah. Because I saw he was in the picture that we can't find.
Yeah, exactly. And the president of Creekstone Farms was also there, and he was one of the good judges as well that announced the winner after it was all said and done.
Well, congratulations for that. Now that's a really cool moment.
It was.
And then of course for you to hand over that $10,000. You could have used it in March, right?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
But you saved the turtles.
That's right. That's right.
Very, very, very noble charity that, especially up here in northern Palm Beach County.
Yeah,
and then
all the construction they're doing up there, it's they're expanding the entire place. So it was a great timing, and couldn't be happier to donate for them.
And then 3 months later, the unthinkable happens. Yep. And you're going from this beautiful high to, oh my God, how am I going to do fine dining steaks as a takeout thing? What's going through your mind at 3-4?
Just really focusing on the execution. And, we're obviously a fine dining steakhouse, and we wanted to give that same type of experience for curbside to go. So really just upped our game on how we would, our presentations and plating and, certain menu offerings to be able to handle the volume if we, as we went through the last 9 weeks of curbside to go, which is, it's still pretty strong. I mean, that's still a very, very viable option for a lot of people that, aren't ready to come out yet and want to be at home. So we've partnered with Grubhub and Delivery Dudes and DoorDash and Postmates.
Socially distant supper club.
Is that anything we can?
They crushed it. They really came up with something. And that's right. John Brewer's going to be on the show next week, so that's going to be cool.
No, it's great. With Easter and Mother's Day and all these big holidays that people think of us to go out and dine and have those types of celebrations together. I was amazed at the outreach and what we were able to do for those types of days for all of our, preset menus for Easter and Mother's Day. It was unbelievable.
So now that the dining rooms are open, have you gone to 50% yet, or are you keeping it at 25?
Well, based on our limitation of the 6-foot social distancing in the restaurant itself, we aren't really able to add any more tables. So our maximum, occupancy with the limited tables is really only about 25%. So even going to 50%, it doesn't really affect a difference for us on how many people are actually dining in the restaurant. So we have a limited number of tables, and when they're full, and that's all we can do.
When I was there, it was in the fall. We did the bone marrow tableside presentation, which there it is. But it's not even just about this. And the bone marrow is so good. It's about the entire presentation.
Oh yeah.
The server does this whole spiel, and as a matter of fact, I had it on tape, and I couldn't find. I actually taped him. I did. I'm a foodie.
It's fun. I mean, it really is. It's an impressive presentation.
So, are you still able to do that because there is the social distancing thing?
No. So we still have a limited menu.
Okay.
We've put ourselves in a position where we're just going to slowly start adding new items and more items to the menu. So we've got limited selection appetizers. We've got all of our salads, cuts of beef. We've still got our pork chop, a burger, lamb chop. So there's still quite a few menu items, but we've limited ourselves just until we start getting back to that 100% capacity, and we can add all of our menu items just for that purpose. So,
Chef Tommy Nevill is also the general manager, right, over at Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens. Lots of hats, tons of hats, and when I first met you, which was because of such a weird thing that happened, Local Dines had done a cruise to Greece and Italy in the fall. And on the way back, one of our cruise mates, Cheryl Fawn, she was leaving. We were leaving from Venice, and she had a layover in Portugal. So she texts me the next day. She's like, "You're not going to believe this, but I'm sitting at the bar," or I think she texted me that night. I'm sitting at the bar at a hotel in Portugal, and I'm sitting next to the general manager of Three Forks, who was on his honeymoon. I mean, how weird is that?
Just the smallest world. It was so unbelievable.
She heard you guys talking English as the conversation apparently struck up.
Yep.
And she's like, "You got to call this guy." And I'm like, okay. Just so.
And here we are.
I wouldn't have known you had it not been for that.
I know. It was just so random. I mean, that was like our last night from our honeymoon. And sure enough, we are, you hear English when you're in other countries, right? And you just kind of gravitate, towards those people. So we again struck up a little conversation, and next thing you know, she says, "Well, where are you from?" And Jupiter. I'm like, "What? I mean, what are the chances?" So next thing you know, she's sitting in the bar and the next month having a cocktail.
Absolutely.
So,
And
it was great.
One of the things I asked you when I met you was, Three Forks is a part of a national chain, and this company is all about supporting local. But Three Forks is different than what we would consider our chain restaurants, because you are local and you have been for a long time working with local charities. Talk about that for a little bit, because I want people to know that the Three Forks is local.
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do within the four walls is obviously so important. But outside those four walls, it's such a huge impact to so many different people, so many different charities. So we work closely with Quantum House and Place of Hope and Urban Youth Impact, and obviously the Loggerhead Marine Life Center, to give back as much as we can. There's never a time that we don't try to do that. I mean, even through this whole COVID, we're doing a promotion right now on Monday nights where it's buy a burger, give a burger to first responders and local heroes. So every Monday, for anybody that dines at the restaurant and orders a burger, we're going to give one out to firefighters, police stations, hospitals, all the people that are on the front lines and you know, putting themselves at risk and working hard for all of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Again, Monday nights at Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens. Are you having a problem getting, is there a beef shortage? People have been asking that for the last couple of weeks.
No, I mean, so far we've been okay. We haven't had any real issues with product. A couple items we've taken off just because we have some dry aged beef that we typically would do. Because of the time that it takes to get to that point, you know, we're not going to be, you know, focused on those, more about our in-house cuts that we're butchering in-house and, you know, putting out the best product we can. So far we've been okay. We haven't seen any real issues with getting product in the building.
Let's take a look at some of this delicious food, Ruby. She'll fly in some pictures like magic. Oh, there's the yum. You still doing the baked potato?
Yum is right.
Just slather that with sour cream and just give me a fork.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, on the beef side too, you know, if there are people that are having trouble finding it at the grocery stores, we're doing the butcher shop as well, where you can come in and get raw cuts of beef and take them home and grill them over the weekends. So that's been a great aspect for our menus and what we're doing.
Great to know.
Phenomenal. So if people want to come in and, you know, we got Memorial Day coming up, which is typically a at-home grilling adventure for most people. You know, we have packages available for people to come in and grab a couple New York strips or a couple New York, you know, bone and ribeyes or burgers. And we give you all the seasoning, all the fixings, and everything else to go along with it. So it's a nice little deal.
That's great to know. Yes.
Yep.
And can they find that on your Facebook page or the website?
Yeah, website, threeforks.com.
Okay.
Click on Palm Beach Gardens. All of our menus are up there, not only for the restaurant, but all of our you know, promotions and all the things that we have coming up. So it'd be a great opportunity for people to come by and pick those up for the weekend.
Absolutely. Ruby, do we have that gorgeous steak? Are you kidding me?
To die for.
Are you kidding me?
I'm getting hungry because I haven't had lunch yet.
I haven't had breakfast yet. What was that, Tommy? What was
I'm
that?
starving, but I wanted to let you know,
porterhouse.
Taylor,
That was a 48-ounce porterhouse. It's got the filet and New York strip. And then if you notice, even on the beef chicken bone marrow dish, we have a Maldon infused salt with bourbon that we light on fire tableside. So as the salt starts to burn away, it gets a little char and the bourbon flavor to the salt. And we use that as a finishing salt, just kind of sprinkle right over the top of the steaks. It's unbelievable.
Yes, Ruby?
Judy just sent me something that I think will be very useful. So I just wanted to fly in and let you know. We finally found the picture.
There it is.
Yay. There we go. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Ruby. There's Mo on the left-hand side, Mo from the Mo and Sally Morning Show. Next to him is Jay Cashmere from TV. Then somebody in a chef apron. Then Robert Irvine. And then Chef Thomas. And then, I can't see because I don't have glasses on, a whole bunch of people. And then there's Andrew Zimmern. And I see Chef Lindsay Autry and David Sabin from the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival.
Yep.
And what an amazing night that must have been.
It was unbelievable. I mean, just the support from all the local restaurants and country clubs, and you know, all the wine reps were out there. It's always a great event. We've been doing that event for probably 6 or 7 years now, and
wow.
It's a lot of fun. And that was the first time that I was able to compete like that at the Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival. So that was a lot of fun.
I haven't been to that one because they moved it. It was over at the Gardens Mall for several years.
Yep.
And then they moved it the last 2 years, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Got to get out. Hopefully it will happen this year because Taste of the Nation was, you know, gone. So
yeah.
And I live for those things.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know that you've spent time with a lot of famous chefs. And if we could just really quickly fly in, we have Bobby Flay. Yeah. Look at that young pup. Both of you. And then we have Roy Yamaguchi. There's a picture with Roy Yamaguchi.
Yep. That was at the Roy's in Orlando.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yep.
Can't find that one.
Our tasting dinner there was a lot of fun.
My question to you is, there he is. There he is. So you're like you're a chef fan.
I am.
So am I. And I'm a fan of all of you guys. Question for you is, if you could create a meal for anyone living or dead, who would it be?
Oh my goodness. Probably my grandmother.
Oh.
Yep. She actually passed last year at 98.
Oh.
And, I had the opportunity to live with her while I was in college, and I would cook lunch for her quilting club every Wednesday, and they would come over to the house, and there'd be 8 or 12 of her friends, and I'd print out menus and do the 3 or 4 course lunch for the ladies when they were there, and just had some really unbelievable memories with her and cooking, and kind of got me in this industry in the first place. So yeah, that would be the one.
That made me cry. That's awesome, Thomas. I love that. I love that story. Oh, well, she's watching. You know that.
Oh yeah.
She's definitely watching. And you've had major success at Three Forks. How long have you been at this location now?
This location about 9 years, but I've been with them 13. Opened every steakhouse for them all over the world. Was living in Dubai for a while, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, Jacksonville, and it's been a lot of fun.
We're very fortunate that we have you here in Palm Beach County, and I'm serious. I'm serious. Like I said, it's a corporate restaurant, but you make it not corporate.
Yeah,
You know
that's one thing.
that's a compliment.
Yeah, we've always been a group that's been very focused on community and local and our market and what they're asking for, and really homing in on that. So we like to set roots in and really make it something of a really special experience when you come in, but also knowing the person behind the face, and getting to know people, and shaking hands and kissing babies and all those great things.
You can't do it though. You have to do it with a mask on. My God.
Yeah.
Whole new world. All right. Well, thank you so much for spending this time with us. And like Chef Thomas said, don't forget Memorial Day is this weekend, and they've got the take and steak.
Yeah, exactly.
ThreeForks.com. Three Forks is over at PGA Boulevard, west of Military. In what's that plaza called? There's so many plazas.
It's the Midtown Complex on the north side of PGA Boulevard, just past Military on the west side.
Okay. And I'm so glad that you made it on the other side, and many, 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 many more years. Don't leave us. Okay?
Yeah, we will. I'll be here.
Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. Take care.
Taylor. Yep.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Great. They have great wines, amazing cocktails as well. And please go and support Chef Thomas and his whole staff at Three Forks in Palm Beach Gardens. All right. Going long. This is what we do. I can't find my glasses, so I have to use my sunglass readers. And let's take it down to Lantana right now. Lisa Mercado, she opened this really, really cool place in Boynton Beach called The Living Room. And it was just like being in her living room. You sit on couches, she'd be dancing around, and everybody's having a good time. And she sold it, and she moved to Hawaii, and she came back, and she opened, there was this place that was for lease on Ocean Ave in Lantana. Amazing location, indoor and outdoor dining, great bar. And she grabbed it, and she's been there ever since. The place is called Ravish, and I'd like to introduce you to Lisa Mercado. Hi, girl.
Hey, Taylor. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing? I have my drapes closed, so I can't see, but it sounds like it's raining out there. Is it?
It is. I actually brought the camera inside. I was trying to find a spot that people would be able to hear me and I would be able to hear you, because 90% of our restaurant is al fresco dining. So with all of the blinds up, you got the rain, you can hear the sounds and the trucks and everything else.
Well, al fresco is a really good thing for these crazy times. And you really do have such a beautiful location there. And basically, because people know you from the living room, what portion of the living room did you bring over to Ravish? Dishes, vibe, what?
A little of everything. People that come here say it's like the living room 2.0. So some of the stuff that I couldn't do at the living room, I'm able to do here. Some more elevated dishes. It's been a stepping stone for me. Having had the Red Lion Pub in Boynton and the Red Lion Pub in Boca, when we opened the living room, we didn't want to do any pub grub. And people were saying, we've been coming to you since 1983. You're going to not put the pub grub back on? So the living room really didn't have a lot of dishes that weren't pub grub. So this time around, having been away for 14 months in Hawaii and coming back, I was able to start fresh. Of course, some of those dishes weaseled their way back in, as they do, but we're definitely able to do a little bit more because we're bringing in new clientele.
And it's a lot. There's a lot of comfort food on your menu.
Yes.
You wouldn't think that. Some people call it pub grub. I call it, it's elevated comfort food. What is one of your most popular dishes?
Believe it or not, our #1 selling dish is meatloaf. Meatloaf.
Comfort food. Comfort food.
Meatloaf. So that, shepherd's pie, crab cakes, fish tacos. Our catch of the day, which we change up. We've been doing some really cool stuff with not only local fish, but salmon from the Antarctic, and just amazing dishes. I have some excellent sous chefs that work along with me. I let them have fish of the day. They get to use that as their kuleana, and I get to concentrate on my comfort food.
Let's go back to the meatloaf for a second, because I am a meatloaf lover. My mother used to make meatloaf, and even though my sisters hated it, I loved her meatloaf. What's the special thing about your meatloaf?
Everyone says it's light and fluffy, which I get that, but I really truly think the reason why it's so good is not only the quality of the meat that we use, but also the homemade gravy. That's what makes it. We actually cook up a whole roast beef, and then I break that down, and that's what we get the gravy out of. It's, it's gluten-free, it's all natural. There's lots of stuff that goes into it, and it takes all day to make.
I'm so hungry after listening to my own show.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. I also didn't get lunch yet. So I was looking at those steaks going, do I have any ribeyes in the back?
Well, let's take a look at some of the food that you have to offer. Ruby, I'll let you put up whatever you want. Let's see. Okay, hello.
Charcuterie. That's so much fun. It's one of my favorite dishes, as well as my daughter's. It's a Bavarian pretzel, actually imported from Germany. Beer cheese. We do honeycomb, different kinds of cured meats, fresh fruit, and the cheese changes daily as well.
I've never seen charcuterie on a pretzel. Never.
I know, it's great, right? Yeah,
you do these cool, kitschy things, and that's what the living room was all about. That's what Ravish is all about, is cool and kitschy. And let's take a look at some other yummy, kitschy, yummy. Yeah. Oh, the Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts. We actually have had people right before we closed, and then also during the time that we were doing takeout, people were coming in and asking to buy the Brussels sprout sauce so that they could make them at home.
Wow. I love and here's one of your signatures. Yep.
Yeah. Who doesn't love warm cheese and puff pastry? Yeah. It's definitely a classic. Everybody can do it. It's delicious and it's fun.
Oh God. And paired with some wine, it kind of, looking at this stuff, it kind of makes me feel normal again, Yeah.
I think we all need that.
Yeah. And you have, let's take a look at there's an outdoor area on the side. That's in the front. There's in there. There's
That's
the
the
side.
side too. Yeah, that's the side actually. So that's our garden area, and then to the right where the orange seats are, that's like the beginning of the dining room.
So it's kind of indoor, outdoor, sort of, because you have those, the sides of the building that basically come apart. If that's not the right word, but
yeah, we can put those sides down, but we leave them up. First of all, that's what everyone wants. When you come to Florida, you think about, outside. I have an amazing partner, Arlene Klein, who is very supportive. So when I said to her, Arlene, we can't put the sides down again this summer. We need them up. We need to have a different kind of, AC or a misting system or something, so that not only do our guests feel safe and our staff feel safe because you're not in, recirculated air, but that's how people want to dine when they come here. You have the live music and the cafe lights and the gorgeous outside. So, my partner's like, okay, let's look into a system. So we have a wonderful system that is being built. Hopefully will be delivered within the next 3 weeks. So you'll be able to dine with the walls up, outside, al fresco, all summer long.
that's great. That is really great. And I'm looking at Tammy, Marco, something. Can't see it over there. I love your shepherd's pie. There we go.
Yeah, shepherd's pie. That goes back to the Red Lion in 1983. And of course, that recipe came from my father-in-law, who was born and raised in the UK and had pubs all over there as well.
1983. What were you, 5 years old when you started in this industry? Seriously.
Yeah.
Did you think you'd be doing this? How many? I don't even know how many years that is. It's a lot.
It's a long time. Yeah. I started in the restaurant business when I was in high school. I was a hat check girl up in Pennsylvania. So when you would come in, you would give me your first, and I would hang it up and give you a little, no, they didn't have that, but give you a little ticket, and then you came out and I gave you your coat and you gave me a big fat tip. So it was fantastic. And then I moved down here and I was working at a country club and met my husband, and his family was doing the Red Lion, and that's how I kind of eased my way into it. They're like, oh, wow, she can cook, put her in the kitchen. And then they're like, oh, wow, she can be out front too. So next thing I knew, my husband decided he wanted to be a stay-at-home dad, and I did all the restaurant stuff. And then we opened the living room. And then I went away to Hawaii, and my partner, Arlene Klein, kept saying, please come back, please come back. And I said, well, only if you'll be a partner. And that's why we're here today.
Oh, and and welcome back. People missed you so much because you brought something new, new and old at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you go to the living room and you go to Ravish, the whole place tell me about the antiques, because when you go in, it's not like high-techy looking, it's comfortable. Where do you get your furnishings?
Believe it or not, most of them were donated. Same thing at the living room. We were very fortunate that we would have people like, let's say their mom died or the grandmother died or their great aunt, and they inherit their house or their condo, and they have stuff in there that they don't want, and some of it's worth stuff, worth money, and some of it isn't, and they don't want to get rid of it. So they're like, hey, could you use this? And so we put it into the restaurant, and it's really nice because then when they come in the next time they see it, they're like, oh my gosh, I remember seeing that in my grandmother's china cabinet when I was growing up, or, oh, I'm so glad you got some use out of this thing because I didn't want to throw it away, but what do you do with it? I didn't want it in my house. So it's kind of nice to have, family and friends, whether it be mine or my guests, and have them part of our restaurant because it really is an ohana.
Oh, that's so great. So can people actually bring you things if they're going to put them?
They do all the time.
Oh, that's wonderful.
They do all the time. Yeah.
That's so good to know. I'll be over with like 10 storage units worth of crap. Thank you. Seriously. It's good crap. That's fun. I don't know what to do with it. Memorial Day weekend. What's going on at Ravish?
Just regular. We have live music. We're still doing our live music. So we always have supported local musicians. And we continue to do that. So we will be open 4:30 every day, have some live music going on, and regular menu, and we'll throw some specials in.
And the specials are always delicious, and lots of yummy. You have a great wine list. You have a great, awesome bar, and really good bar.
We do. We're very fortunate.
Yeah. Craft cocktails and the like. Well, it's Ocean Ave, right? Is that correct?
It is.
Okay.
Correct. We're on Ocean Avenue, just a little bit west of the Intercoastal Bridge. So again, very fortunate with the location. We have a lot of people that come over from the Palm Beach and from the Four Seasons. We were having an amazing first season. The concierge at the Four Seasons and Palm Beach were sending us groups of everything from 2 to 125. So it was a very amazing first season, and to have that kind of shut down right at St. Patrick's Day, was a little disappointing. But it also allowed us to do some things like look into this system that we want to better serve our guests come the summertime.
And speaking of systems to better serve your guests, you're putting in an air filtration system.
Yeah, we have. Yes, that's correct. We actually have advanced restaurant equipment, advanced case parts, and they come in, and once or twice a week, they come in and they actually fog sanitation the entire restaurant.
Wow.
And they also do up in the air AC vents. We just put in ultraviolet lights into our ice makers to help keep away and fight off mold, viruses, and so forth. And we're having that same system put into our AC vents, and I believe that goes in tomorrow. So we're trying to do what we can to make people feel comfortable and know that we're looking after our staff and our guests.
Yes, and Kim Colanino just said Jason Colanino is playing on Memorial Day.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's incredible.
You got him.
Most people know Jason, but if you don't, he's been playing with me now for like 11, 12 years now. So it was a big blessing. And actually, I was able to get Jason a gig out in Hawaii at the Queen Kapiolani, which was right next door to my condo on Waikiki Beach. So it was kind of cool to have him there.
Well, welcome home. Thank God you're back.
Mahalo.
It's been a while. Yeah, mahalo. It's been a while, but I just want to make sure everybody knows that you're open for business. You've got indoor, a lot of outdoor dining, and the most amazing comfort food and drinks, and just, it's like a hug. It's like when you go to Ravish, it's like a hug. It really is. So Lisa,
we appreciate that.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. And many, many, many more hugs to you and everybody that's working with you. And I might even just come over on Memorial Day myself.
Yay. Many mahalos and much aloha.
Aloha. Take care. Okay. All right. 3:06. So we're going late. What else is new? And I'll get right to it. I'm wearing these because these are actually readers, because I can't find my regular readers. So I can actually see that next we have from YoYo Asian Street Food in Port St. Lucie, who's been, thank you so much, Erik, for waiting all this time. Erik Yuji, who with his partner YoYo has opened up a really cool Asian, like it's Thai and Asian street food in Port St. Lucie. And let's bring him on now before he falls asleep. Waiting.
I'm not Erik. Surprise, surprise.
No. Did he have to go?
I feel like you're seeing way too much of my face in today's show.
Ruby, did he have to go? Do we have to reschedule him?
No, he just disconnected, and I just got him back on the air, so I'm going to go now. And here he is.
Of course you disconnect when it's your turn.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Well, what happened was I could see everything, but I couldn't hear anything. And then I thought, well, maybe it's my phone. So then I turned off my phone, and this all happened like a minute before I was going to go on. And I don't know. Because
you're having the same day I'm having. Maybe. I'm having a weird day. You have such an awesome voice. You have like a radio voice. You do.
Oh, thank you.
You do.
Thank you so much.
Now, Erik, you're in actually the insurance industry. what the hell made you want to go into the restaurant biz?
Oh my gosh. Well, I have a very good friend of mine. They've been a chef for like 20, 30 years. Their mom taught them how to cook in Thailand, and that's really their passion. And actually, Thai food is my passion too. As far as foods, it's like up there, you know, the
Me
Mediterranean foods right
Me
up there too. And so I said, you know, I like Thai food. You know, I started a successful insurance business. I said, let me see if I could do a restaurant. It was kind of like a challenge, you know, to be honest. Did I not know what I was getting myself into? I was like, holy shoot.
And you opened what, less than 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, like a year. We opened up January of 2019.
And okay, so you made it through your first season, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Then you realize, there's this thing called off season that happens, but you made it.
But we made it.
And then second season happens, and then the sky falls in, but you made it again. So
we made it again. So I'm thinking, you know, we might be okay. You never know. You know, that's another thing. You never want to get too comfortable in any business you do, because when you start getting comfortable, then stuff starts to slip. So you always kind of want to keep on your P's and Q's, you know? So that's kind of the way I try to run my businesses, you know?
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, you have, like you said, you have people in the kitchen behind the line that know what the heck they're doing. And so the public has come and they've spoken. They love your food. And luckily for you, Asian food is something that travels well. And I mean, when I'll tell you, during the month, probably Thai is the one that I do take out most. Probably all the time is what I do. I love Thai food, always have. So you were able to, you know, pretty much pivot to curbside kind of easily. Is that correct?
Yeah, we already had the tablets in place, like for DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Bite Squad. You know, because I figured, you know, in a society where people aren't really having that much contact, even before the coronavirus, that, you know, people will, you know, work at home more and they'll do all these things where there's less and less contact. So I figured this would be a good thing to have. Just like when people try to create another stream of revenue, it's good to have 5 or 6. You know, why have one when you can have 5 or 6? You know,
I'm with you, Barry.
like that.
I'm with you. Absolutely. We have some pictures of your delicious food, and
I got something better. I got something better. We got some real live food. Hold on. I don't know if I can flip the camera or not. But hold on.
Okay.
Can you see that? This is the shrimp pad thai.
You're killing me.
Shrimp pad thai. Hey, you're welcome anytime. You're welcome anytime.
I know it's Port St. Lucie. I know we have a lot of people watching in Port St. Lucie, but I'm in West Palm. Oh, you're killing me. Pho?
Hey, I'm from West Palm too, actually. This is miso soup. Miso hungry. Miso soup. Miso hungry.
Miso hungry too. What else you got there?
Now we have fried wonton. So this is fried wonton. And then this is the beef jerky. So can you see it?
Very well.
So we've got beef jerky and pork jerky. That's like one of our signature, you know, homemade. Most of our stuff is homemade. The only thing that we buy from the Asian store is the gyoza and the shumai. I think everything else is pretty much, we make them here, you know, fresh. Go shopping every day. So, you know, the chef wakes up at whatever time, and if one store doesn't have it, then you got to go to another store, then you got to go to another store, then you got to go to the kitchen, and you got to prep, then you got, you know, so there's a lot that goes into food making. So, you know, a lot of times when people say, oh, that's expensive, actually, we're not expensive if you look at the average Asian menu, but, you know, you get what you pay for. It's just like when you go to buy a car, do you buy the cheapest car? You go to the car dealership and you say, I want that base model without the nice fancy wheels and without the good radio. No, you want it all. So when you come to YoYo Asian Street Food, you're going to get it all.
And I don't think you're expensive at all. I think you're very family friendly priced. Yeah. And you mentioned the gyoza and the shumai, which are, I'm a dumplingaholic. The gyoza are sort of like pot sticker shaped, and the shumai are, we have a picture of the shumai. I don't know if you're going to be able to figure out which one it is, Ruby. Let's see how much foodiness she has in her. It's the dumplings that are shaped like that. Hey!
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yay.
The little specks of garlic on top, the little fried garlic. I can see them. Oh, yum. That looks so good. I just want to dip. Oh my God. So you do all the sauces in-house though, right?
Yeah, we make like the Thai sweet chili and the special YoYo sauce. People love this YoYo sauce. So one of my visions is to bottle the YoYo sauce, to find someone that will back me with all that stuff and distribution and everything, and they can, we'll work out arrangements with that. But the YoYo sauce, people love it. So I thought, well, maybe let's just see how much they love it. Maybe enter it in one of those things they have in Fort Pierce or Stewart, the Sauce Fest. So that's one thing that we'd like to do. Come and say hi. I want you to meet the chef, the YoYo, the whole reason why we even have the restaurant. Okay, just you see the angle of the camera, just look into it and say hi.
Hi, Chef Yo. Hi, how are you? I wish I knew how to say hi in Thai.
Well, she actually, the funny thing is I'm on my, what do you call this? The thing, the earphone?
Yeah, the earpod.
So they can't
hear.
Yeah, but they said they saw you.
Yay! Well, what, do you have anything going on for Memorial Day by any chance, or any specials that people should know about?
Well, we have two specials that are kind of ongoing. We have the lunch special where you can, we have a special lunch menu. It is on the yoyoasianstreetfood.com. It's also on Facebook. And if you pick any entree, you can add your drink and your appetizer spring roll for just $2 more. So that's our ongoing lunch special. And then we have a family special where you pick any 3 entrees, 2 appetizers, and your dessert for only $44.99. So that's a really big hit. People really love that too. So, and we have the beer, buy one, get one half off. And I'm just going to keep that rolling. So, and we have wine too. So those are our specials.
Yeah, people need food and they need alcohol right now.
I need some alcohol right now.
I told you when I talked to you on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I had a very fun time for my birthday, and we had a conversation early on Monday morning, and my head was just like, nah. It looked like my hair now. Oh my God. We do have a couple more pictures I want to throw in before we say goodbye. That's the homemade sausages.
Yep, Isan sausage.
Mate, and there it is.
Oh, that's your favorite.
That's my
your
soup.
coconut milk soup.
The tom kha, and it's either kai, which is chicken, or tom kha shrimp, which I don't know how to say shrimp. It's
goon.
Tom kha goon. Okay. That is my favorite soup of all time, and I will drive for that soup. And oh my God, hello.
Fried banana. We have a fresh. That's fried rice. Chicken
with pineapple.
Fried rice.
With pineapple.
Fried rice.
Oh my God.
I feel like I'm on Jeopardy. Oh, shrimp pad thai.
This is Fuji. Oh, and there's the tom kha with the goon.
There it is with the goon.
I had to have 2 pictures of the tom kha soup. And for people who don't understand Thai, that they think I'm not going to eat Thai because it's too spicy, please educate them.
Well, anything can be 1 to 5 stars. So 1 being the least, right, and 5 being the hottest. I know a lot of people think, oh my God, Thai, I can't eat spicy. But the truth of the matter is, you can order it like you want it. We even do special stuff we don't have on the menu to accommodate our customers.
Because that's what you do. You take care.
That's what you got to do.
You take care of people because you're local. You live in West Palm and you drive all the way up to Port St. Lucie every day?
No, I used to live in West Palm, but okay. I miss it because I used to live on Flagler downtown, and I was like, I had a nice view.
I'm on Flagler.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah.
We could have been neighbors.
We could have been.
Oh, but you had to go and open a restaurant. No, but seriously, I'm glad you did. You put people to work. You made it through the unimaginable. Best fried rice, Judy says.
Thank you.
You made it through unimaginable, and now, like I said earlier today, just because you're open doesn't mean that everybody's out of the woods. This is now the time really to support restaurant owners big time. If you're comfortable going in and dining in, then do it. And are you doing 50 or 25% right now?
That's a good question. I think we're gonna, if we're allowed to do it, we'll do the 50% starting soon.
And do you have outdoor dining? You don't, right?
No outdoor.
Okay.
Just indoor.
But a great to go. And then, like I said before, Thai food travels well. It also heats up nicely. So you order more than you need and you've got enough for the next day too. Aha.
Yep. Especially when you got that hangover, you could just chow on some noodles or some fried rice and you're good to go.
You got it. Where exactly are you located, Erik?
We're on US 1, just south of US 1 in Port St. Lucie, and next to the Walmart Plaza, where the marijuana clinic is. What's it called? That marijuana clinic? Something? Oh, Liberty Health Sciences. There's a Metro PCS. There's a Mystical Treasure Shop. There's a nail salon, clothes store. So you can get it all.
Is anything open?
Yeah, it's all open now. Everyone's open. They're tired of being closed.
Yeah.
Well, except for the ice cream shop. It's not open.
Aw, I was gonna say, okay, so forget the ice cream. You go get the marijuana store, and then you have the munchies, and you go to YoYo, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
It works. Yep. Well, thank you so much for taking your time to be on the show today. I know we went long again, and you were supposed to go on a half an hour ago, but hey, whatever.
That's okay. I enjoyed being here, and I appreciate everything and everyone, and look forward to serving you the freshest Asian food in town.
And thank you for being a Local Dines restaurant client. We really appreciate that. You can find YoYo Asian Street Food, find the menu, find Erik and Chef Yo, and go in and say hello and support Yocal. Local YoYo. All right. Thank you so much, Erik. Take care.
You're welcome, Taylor. Take care, okay?
Great rest of your week. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. Bye.
All right. I don't know. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately. I don't know what's going on. And like I told you, I can't find my real glasses, so I'm using my reader sunglasses. Thank you so much for joining me today. By the way, I mentioned earlier that localdines.com is back. When I last checked, we had 27 restaurants. Yesterday, we started with 3, and we'll be adding more and more. And if you want to go try new places to dine, you look on Local Dines, and you'll find pictures and menus and descriptions and all kinds of different restaurants from, I think from Broward all the way up to Port St. Lucie right now, and everything in between. And YoYo Asian is one of the restaurants that are on our site. So you can purchase gift certificates for a really great deal, then go to YoYo and use them, and know that you're helping my business to stay in business, you're helping Erik's business to stay in business, and you're saving money. So it's a really, really, it's a win-win-win is what it is. So I thank you so much. I hope you'll tell your friends. I hope you'll share this video. I hope you'll subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. God, I've never done that before. I feel so millennial-ish. Subscribe, share, whatever. Next Tuesday, we will be on with John Brewer, who is the mastermind behind, with his partner Ian. They thought of the socially distanced supper club, which has really taken off, actually countrywide. He will be along. Also, Olympia Zuccarelli from Zuccarelli's in West Palm Beach will be one of our guests, and 2 other guests who we'll find out and we'll let you know. But that's what's happening next Tuesday at 2 p.m. right here on Tayste Local TV. My name is Taylor Morgan. I thank you so much for joining me. Ruby, once again, great job. Thank you so much. If you want to fly in and fly, Ruby, fly. Down to the sky. Okay, it's time for me to, I don't know, maybe I do need a drink. Maybe I usually wait till Friday. I don't think I'm going to wait till Friday. This has been the weirdest day.
We're close enough to Friday. We can call it Friday.
Okay. Yeah. Since today is Wednesday, we're usually here Tuesday. We're not going to be here Thursday. Today's Friday.
Exactly. Happy Friday, everybody.
Thank you so much, Ruby. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll see you next Tuesday at 2 p.m. live here on Tayste Local. And remember, what's my out thing? Until we eat again, stay safe, stay healthy, support local.